Let's try the weather.
Hey, you know what? I'll tell you what. The weather, I wished I had some. You may have to go to Turkey to get some precipitation here in Utah because it's not coming down, at least naturally here. Let me show you the atmospheric river that we have in place here across the area. And this thing here continues to send in a ton, well, a river of moisture into the Pacific Ocean. And that's going right into the Pacific Northwest. But the problem is we've got this blocking high pressure ridge that's off the southwestern coast of California. So that is sending everything up and around us, and we're just kind of getting grazed by these weather systems. Now, as we go throughout the next 12 to 24 hours, some of this moisture is going to try to sneak down into the northern 1/3 of Utah, but it's going to be a real hard get to get some actual measurable precipitation out of this across the state. But it's the best chance we're going to have probably over the next 2 weeks. So let's keep our fingers crossed we see something, because look at this. By the weekend, yeah, that high pressure ridge is centered over us, and it is sending all that moisture right up into Canada and nowhere near us here in the Beehive state. But it only continues as we go into next week. Another ridge of high pressure keeps all the moisture off to our north and west. And of course, this is going to be leading up to the weekend before Christmas as we get into next week. So we really wish we could get at least some colder air in the place, but it's just not looking like it's going to be the case this year. Now, this afternoon, as that weather system grazes us and a little bit of that moisture tries to sneak in, it'll mainly be in the form of some cloud cover. That will continue to increase across northern Utah. If you're in central southern Utah, you'll see more sunshine. By the afternoon hours, a spotty sprinkle could develop up near Cache Valley or maybe over portions of the Wasatch back in the Uintas. And then as we go into the evening hours, we may be able to squeeze out, and I mean may be able to squeeze out, an isolated rain shower in the valleys here across northern Utah, maybe an isolated snow shower or two across some of the mountains. But that's going to be about it. By the time we get into Wednesday morning, high pressure is knocking this system back off to the north and east, and yeah, we're back to just sunshine and warm temperatures, and that'll stick around with us for your Wednesday and into your Thursday, and really right on beyond that as well. So not much change here in this forecast, but we will expect at least a chance of maybe a little bit of precipitation as we go throughout the evening hours, therefore. So we'll see how that plays out. As far as those snow accumulations go, again, as I mentioned, maybe a light dusting in the high Uintas, a little dusting over towards Alta, maybe something up towards the Bear River Range. But again, looking at the liquid amounts, yeah, you can see barely any measurable liquid showing up here across northern Utah, maybe up to 1/100th of an inch. And even that, you've got to go way up there towards Alta to find that. All right, let me show you those temperatures. We're in the low 50s here across the Wasatch Front. We've got those 40s showing up here across central and southern sections of the state. 48 degrees right now in St. George. As we look at your weather story here, the big story, no doubt about it, is going to be the above average temperatures with these high temperatures in the 50s and 60s for us here as we go throughout the next several days. So low 60s for us for southwest Utah. That's about 10 degrees above where we should be this time of the year. The Wasatch Front in the mid 50s, that's about 15 degrees warmer than where we should be this time of the year, and it looks to stay pretty warm, like I mentioned, all the way through most of next week as well, so don't expect much relief. St. George, low 60s. Then we've got upper 60s going towards the end of the week with lots of sunshine. We'll stay nice and warm into the weekend, although we knock a degree or two off of those temperatures. Same story for the Wasatch Front, mid-50s today. Slight chance of a little light rain this evening. Otherwise, near 60 for your Wednesday. Then we slowly cool it down, but that's still well above average for the weekend. Matt?